Alright, so I'm opening up this video down in the shop. And so what we have going on today, piecing together my three-piece wheels. So I bought these off of Instagram through the company Wheels Gang, and I got them for a pretty good deal, but they were a little small and wrong color. So what I did was I ended up having them powder coated. I'll put them up a picture on the screen. I got them white, so I had them powder coated like a charcoal gray, and it's got like a nice little flake to it. I'll show you guys here. Let's see. Can I get the flake on camera? There we go. I got the flake now. That's what I ended up getting them powder coated to. And then since I was just rebuilding them anyways to a bigger size, I ended up getting different lips. So the lips were originally 1.5 inches wide. And so what I ended up going to now was 4 inches wide, and the barrels were 5.5. So now instead of running a 7-inch wheel, I'm going to be running a 9.5. So I ended up getting different hardware as well. I went with gold hardware to match the gold and black center caps, as well as gold valve stems to match that. And then for the lug nuts, I just bought some work lug nuts that are just straight black. So these, those aren't. Yeah, these are the valve stems that I got from work. I bought these first from Infinite Works, but you know, they're not the same gold kind of, and I wanted to have a matching theme, as well as these are a bit longer too. The lug nuts. Yeah, so they say work on them. That's just Dylan and Philbeck. They're on their way right now to come help me build them. Ooh, I gotta show you this as well. So these are the barrels. So they were just straight raw metal, and what I ended up doing was sanding them down and just spray painting them flat black. That way it hides a lot of the brake dust and dirt from the road, so you don't see that behind the actual faces. But yeah, the lips right here. Let me see if I can get a size comparison. So this, the original lip that came on there, 1.5 inches. New lip, god damn, 4 inches. And just got it polished, same as the other one. As you guys are probably able to figure out, it is now day 2. Yesterday was simply just putting things together to see how they were, and Philbeck ended up not coming over. Dylan showed up so he could give me the money for Gatlinburg, since we're going to that show. But he also just wanted to see how the wheels looked at the time, and so what I did was I put them all together just completely loose. Face is just sitting in the lips, and I put the bolts in there just to see how it would look, but I didn't tighten anything down, didn't caulk anything, nothing like that. They're just loosely in there. And so what I found as a potential, not problem, but a little nick in my plans right now, the faces sit so snug inside of the lips that I'm thinking I might have to take off some of the powder coat from the edges of the faces. That way they can fully sit down inside of the lips. So that's my first problem right now. And then I also had to go out and buy a handy dandy torque wrench. So yeah, today we're going to try and put one wheel completely together, potentially other than caulking at the moment. So I'm going to bolt it up completely, everything flush, all that good stuff, and then I'm going to go upstairs and put it on the car. Jack the car up, take the wheel off, put this one on, just to see how it looks so far, what kind of clearance, stuff like that. And then while it's up on the jack stands, I'm going to jack up the wheel so I kind of see what it looks like with the weight of the car on there. Don't know if I'll be able to turn the front wheels with it jacked up like that, because I don't want to go through that much hassle of jacking up the other side and putting that on a stand. So I'll just see how it is right now, and then once they're actually mounted with tires and everything, then I can see what kind of clearance I'll have when turning the wheel and stuff like that. But for now, we're just going to put them together and see how they look. Let's take a look here. So what I ended up doing was sanding, or at least attempting to sand that down to get the powder coat off, but it didn't really do much. Tried using wire brush as well as on a little Dremel, as well as a sander on that, just to see if the higher friction and stuff like that would help come off. No, it just made the paint melt even more and glob up. So neither of those worked. Last thing I ended up doing was using a metal file. I think you can see on the grooves right in there. Yeah, you can see right in there on the grooves where I used a metal file to kind of scrape it off, and that was working. But at this rate, it's just gonna take too damn long to do that. So what I ended up doing after class today was going out and buying some Quick Strip paint stripper. I read where this is supposed to help. They're supposed to at least get the paint off a little bit. I saw on different forums and other websites like that, they were saying that this particular one is used a lot whenever they're doing powder coating to get that powder coat off. So I'm gonna test it on one wheel to begin with, and see how it goes from there. And with my luck so far, I don't think that it's actually going to work as well as I would like it to. I think it might work some, just not to the extent that I want it to. But I'm only gonna do one wheel right now and see how it goes. And once I put it on there, it's only supposed to take about 15 minutes before you can start peeling it off and stuff like that. I might give it a little more time just to dry up and everything, and then we'll see how that first wheel goes. I don't have any like butyl or nitrile rubber gloves, so I'm just using these same kind of gloves with the little rubber grippy part that I use whenever working on my car. I'm gonna have my eyeglasses and stuff like that because yeah, I'd kind of like to see, you know, that would help. This, I'm just gonna pour a little bit into the bowl here, and then I'm gonna use, I think I determined just a tiny little paintbrush here just to get on that little lip. I don't actually know how much I'm gonna do of that little lip down there, so I'm probably just gonna paint a little couple-inch section, see how it goes, or I could just say full send and do the whole thing. I don't really know, but either way, I'm gonna start it. Yes, you guys are situated on a towel sitting in the floor because I broke the little screw that goes from the tripod into the camera. Well, that thing snapped out, and so I don't have a tripod anymore. So you'll probably notice that's why it's been shaky the whole time. But I'm gonna start a little section right here, just to kind of see how it goes, what it looks like. Don't I look amazing in these glasses? So what I ended up doing was just doing that one, and I went all the way around on it. Just said fuck it and kind of just sent it. So it's actually coming off kind of like I thought it was. Not as good as it should, but it is still coming off. I just need to give it some more time to cure and then go ahead and scrape away at it some more. In the meantime, while that's going on, I'm gonna start doing this face as well as trying to make my way over to these two. And hopefully they come out as good as the first or better, because this is a lot more progress than I was making the other two nights. Holy shit. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm sweating my ass off doing this. And I have good news. We finally got it to sit in there flush. And now these two basically flush. I just have to put the bolts in, tighten everything down, and we should be good to go. And I can mount it to the car and see how it looks. And then I can come back later on through and caulk up that the seam. And then that one will be completely done. Just clean the wheel, get it all nice and good looking, and it's ready to be mounted. I'm 100% gonna kill myself from overworking, because goddamn is this shit difficult. But got it all together. Let's see how it is. Nothing's torqued down, it's all just hand tightened and put in there. And so I just want to see what it'll look like on the car now. So that's what we're about to go do.
Most of y'all use it to get faded. Only use for the complication, cause life is so complicated. Anxiety high, mental low, wouldn't you know? The rest is violence is spreading love.
Time for the moment of truth.
Only wanted someone to see. Not every condition is the same as me. That goes for everyone that is like me.
Oh my fucking god. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Dude, this looks so badass right now. Oh, I'm absolutely pumped.